Welcome back to my channel. Um, I am going to do a book review on The Mist of Avalon. Now, this is an old book. It's kind of bedraggled. I'm actually going to do another book review too, and it actually looks worse off than this one, but I've actually had this one longer. I don't know. Anyways, um, they're both well-read books, but this one is The Mist of Avalon by Miriam Zimmer Bradley. And I actually did not read this book until after I saw the movie, which I loved. Absolutely loved the movie. And I did like the book a little more. They did, of course, change some dynamics that were in the book when they made the movie. There's a lot that's left out, but that happens when you go from book to movie. So what I really absolutely liked about this book was that um, everything that happens is a matter of perspective. So this book actually starts out, unlike the movie, it starts out with um, Igraine, a younger Igraine, narrating. And so she's basically talking about how she's um, going from being a priestess of Avalon to having to marry the Duke of Cornwall. Goes through how she feels about that, and um, I think an early encounter she had with mm, it's been a while since I read this book. Uh, early encounter she's had with Pendragon. So then it moves on to being narrated by Morgaine, and then at some point it is narrated by Guinevere. I have to say, throughout all of my readings of Arthurian legend, I have never liked Guinevere at all. I did not like in, older Arthurian legend how she is basically totally, absolutely helpless. She is completely worthless. Um, she has to rely on the constant rescue of Lancelot. Um, and I never really liked the position she put King Arthur in and so on. Anyways, when I saw the movie The Mist of Avalon, I did not like Guinevere at all in that as well. In the book, it was a little different. What the difference was is that in the book, you get to see things from Guinevere's point of view. So you get to understand why she makes the decisions that she makes, why she does things the way she does. And because of that, I was able to better, well, I don't want to say relate to, but I better understood her motivation. So I could better understand, oh, okay, well, that's why she made that decision. What I loved about this book also is the discussion of the old ways, the old religion, which is basically the pagan religion, and its struggle to survive in the face of Christianity. What the book did was, unlike Christianity, pagan faith did not seek to always basically obliterate Christianity. It was willing to work side by side, so to speak. But at the same time, they were trying to keep those old ways alive. So you do have that clash of faiths. What I really liked also was that things were held in a matter of your perception. So say there's a scene, and I don't want to give it away for anyone who hasn't read it, but there is a scene where all those who are present witness it, but they see something different. They see something, what they see is basically more in line of whatever their particular faith is. Um, Okay, I'm just going to say. There's a scene where you see the Holy Grail. Morgaine brings the Holy Grail to King Arthur's court, and she presents it to the court. And everyone who sees her holding the Grail sees something based upon what their perception is. So you would have those who were Christian. What they saw when she came through with the Grail was Holy Mother Mary presenting the Grail, where others who were more of the old ways saw the Great Goddess presenting the Grail. So, and that happens a lot throughout the book. It's a matter of perspective. It basically shows that what is happening, there's one thing that's happening, the true thing that's happening, but your perception is what drives what you take from that moment, so to speak. And I thought it was an excellent book. I love the fact that you get to see things from different perspectives. There are a lot of questionable things that even Morgaine does in this book, but all that she does is to uphold the old ways. The same with Guinevere. All that she does is an effort to try to retain that Christian faith that she has. So, and in a way, I guess you can compare the two. Basically, the two willing to do whatever it takes to preserve what they believe to be true. So, I would definitely suggest The Mist of Avalon to everybody. It is a pretty thick book. It is about 870 some odd pages, and I think it's actually broken up into books. So I think it's actually broken up, like here you see book one. I think it's broken up into 3 books. But it's excellent. It's excellent. Watching the growth of Morgaine, how she moves from this little girl to a priestess of Avalon. Watching her recognize the responsibility she'll have to take on as a priestess of Avalon, and recognizing that she may have to do whatever is necessary in certain instances to preserve the old ways, to keep the Mother Goddess alive. So yeah, I would definitely suggest that book to everybody, really, especially if you're a lover of Arthurian legend. I think you would definitely love that book because obviously she does take a little bit of liberties with the legend, but like typically I can't stand Lancelot either. But in here, again, she brings out this more, okay, I can understand why you do what you do kind of thing. I would also suggest watching the movie. The movie I felt was a really good movie. You really do get a sense of the old ways, I feel. So that's basically it. So stay tuned for the next book review coming up right after this. So thanks for watching and blessed be.